do you see CSR programs, revolutionary CSR programs that can make a large contribution towards increasing the awareness in the rural belt or in rural India towards pushing the girl child to be more educated, come come forward and do far many more jobs that are male dominated today, to enter those streams and make their presence felt, and also come to mainstream cities and be the bread earners of the family? Do you see CSR playing a very important part in changing the whole thought process?
Yeah, definitely CSR has a lot of potential to do something which, and see, in CSR, you can do a lot of programs or activities which are, we can say it out of box thinking. Yeah, so that freedom generally CSR program has, because it has not been governed by any predefined some you can say guidelines or the SOPs. So CSR programs has that kind of a liberty, so they can derive their own SOPs and processes. They will have their own guidelines for the implementation, and I think they will have CSR programs have a more reach to the rural and these deprived communities, because they can identify which are the pockets, and they will have a freedom of working as per their own system and as per the need of that area. If that community or the women folks wanted to have some special kind of a processes in the program, so that can also be built into it. For example, I can quote our example. Since we are implementing skill training program, we have 35 skill training institute in 10 states, and our data statistics shows that 40% of women are enrolled in our courses, and even in the placement also, this 40% women folks are still there. So I can quote some example where we have created that facilities for women. What we do generally, we call parents and the family members of the women folks who wanted to join or who wanted to enroll in our institute. We call them in the institute. We just take them tour of our institute, so that they can feel this institute is comfortable and it has that kind of a culture. Second, we felicitated women mothers of this candidate, even so that, because the mothers actually is a very crucial element in the family who actually promotes the education and literacy of women. So these girls who are joining and who are regular in their attendance, so we felicitate her mother. We call her mother in the institute, and we honor her with some kind of garland, some kind of a gift, some kind of this, so that they feel very comfortable. Third thing which we deliberately do is we took the mothers and the family members of the girl students to the workplaces also. We introduce them with their supervisors, with the working environment in so that they feel very comfortable while joining, because once the family members saw or has an interaction with the bosses of the workplaces where their wards are supposed to join, so they promote them. Okay, you go and join there. I have seen that it is very close by, and this and that, everything happens. So actually, seeing is believing, and seeing is a process which actually help us to convince and counsel these girl child to relocate. Fourth important thing we do is actually her accommodation. We took this mother to the places where these girls will be will going to be accommodated. So maybe at a rented place, a rented Bengali, so that comfortness is always there. And whole process, we call it as a family of a Sanman of a family. We call it, and we have various touch points in that, and where we encourage these women's or these girls to work. And finally, those girls who work for 6 months, so we honor the mother of that girl with some token prize, so that she also feel, because of my daughter, I have been honored. I have been, and this honor is generally given by a respectable dignitaries of the district, maybe a district collector or the SP
Wow.
of the district. So that process we deliberately do, and which encourages many girls to come into our skill training processes, and they are now getting placed and they are getting honored also. So these are the deliberate efforts which we are doing. I think similar efforts can other CSR can also do in the
Correct.
rural areas. And it's not only process of actually mobilization, training, and sending them for placement. Actually, we have to be associated with them in every aspect. In the mobilization also, we have to associate with them. In the training also, we have to associate, and at the placement also, at the workplaces also. This hand holding has to be there across all processes of this. Education, or you can say training. So this handholding has to be given, and I think CSR can do a major role into that, because unless we have a committed and passion oriented people associated with us, so we can easily able to do this.